Mic feedback off. Mic feedback on.
Hello, there you go. Talking to myself. Appreciate everybody joining Chop Shop here. We got 14 drivers, only 2 in qualifying. Fifth's going to take the pole here with about 30 seconds left in qual. I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. Got it. This, I got to pick up a microphone at some point. I have to keep resetting it, but it's all good. Wait for everybody to pull up in the grid here. Sorry about that. Yeah, trying to do revealing things last second. Here we go. Phipps is going to take him off to the green flag. With, yeah, he's running Dollar General number 2 on the outside. Cameron Dario in a Toyota this time. Chevy inside. Got that forward. Biggert Parsons. Biggert's running our driver cam. Ready.
Green flag.
Green flag's out. Start off the race here. 134 laps. 25. Gets a good run here. Biggert on the attack already over Cameron. Oh wow, it's a,
right,
it's a big crash
car,
already. The 4's in it. Jerry's destroyed. Caffrey was backward. That's Philip Caffrey. There you go. There's Parsons. Massive wreck right off the bat. We'll see what happened here. I'm willing to bet someone got loose. Oh, 61 just broke free. Down into the 4. Someone caught the 4 also. There's, I believe the 74 maybe, but I think Caffrey just broke free. Take a look at Caffrey here. Going in, just full on throttle the whole way, and the car's already loose. See the wheel turning right. Rear end is gone. Clips the 4. Jerry gets a good portion. There goes the hood from bumper. Michael Caffrey, brother to Philip Caffrey there, just missed him. There's Rayburn. I thought Rayburn hit him. Oh, looks like Stryker hit him. Lots of damage for Stryker. We'll take another look at it. Big old hit. Good thing is if you can get it all fixed, it's pretty much a brand new car, but yeah, that's a massive hit. Catch it, but he's on the gas the whole way in the corner, I think is why he broke loose. We'll listen again here. Yeah, that's at least 3 cars out. Right with Robert. Robert's just basically stopping the carnage. Look at Parsons here. Suddenly, those ones that are sudden, they're jarring. It's just so sudden. It's very jarring when you just get hit in the right rear like that. Front row, Philip Caffrey in pit road. Jerry on the track without a front end, running a modified. See if he can get as much of that as fixed as he can under the stage brakes. Parsons out for the day here, not even making a corner. There's Stryker. Looks like he's got a good amount of that damage. But yeah, that's pretty dent there for the 88. We'll see how he does. As the 25 leaders up here. The 25's in the lead right now, electing to take the high side. We'll see how they go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag's out. Good jump for Phipps there. Spread out there, just getting that first real lap in under green. Lots of damage for the 88 again. Hopefully able to stay on the lead lap. Get some damage fixed. Definitely going to want to take a good lengthy stop here, or maybe even go a lap down if he does manage to stay lead lap, as the second stage break will save him, or potential yellow. As you take a look at our race info today here, with 4 total tires, no fast repairs, as you notice here. A couple drivers stuck in pit road. Parsons out. Culver with the whole front end completely gone, and the hood. Stage 1 is completion lap 30, so lap 31 will be it. Stage 2, 65, 100% fuel. As always, marbles carry over from practicing qualifying. Pit setup is always obviously determines the track stake, how you use up the track is. Anytime racing here, there's no more acceleration time. So we'll end the race in the daytime. Pretty good mile-and-a-half oval, almost a traditional. Vegas does chew up the tires a bit though. It's pretty hot, 135 degrees. Track temp. Pretty hot track temp there. Wind's not too bad, only 5 miles an hour. See how these guys do here. Caffrey's running his run right here in 9th. Everybody's going to scatter out pretty quick to see everybody hit. See who can save the most on the tire run here. I figure most of them are going to start to use them up pretty quick. You guys really loose here. Crown over there, chasing down the warpath, trying to catch Richmond just ahead of him. Difference bigger, leading this pack here. Bigger than third. Grips pulling away from Dario Phipps, last week's winner. Gotta double check. I'm pretty sure he was. Yeah, Andrew Phipps last week winner with Cameron Dario putting up a good fight with him. It's pretty much a repeat here. We'll see if Cam has something for Andrew Phipps this time. It's a pretty good gap here. Bigger than our driver Cam. outside by Perry that time by. We'll look at that one. Gets a good run on the outside of Perry, then dives down. He's putting those tires to good use. Richmond checking up for a bigger, I imagine. Good move here on the 76. 76 tries to cross over, but 28 too much speed there on the exit. Carries it down the stretch there in the 3. Over now taking a look at Biggert on the inside. He's just about to clear him in the goal camera. As there's that striker just ahead of him, pulling off the racing surface. Just lots of damage on that right front. Track is it's pretty good, pretty dependent on aero. Striker, I'm sure not having a good time coming down the road here with the sheer amount of damage there that's been affecting this drive. Masama initially sideways in the grass. Looks like he got loose off the corner here. Maybe caught some wall. They're ready to free there. You see the car, the front nose wiggle it, hits the wall, breaks free. Apron gets him a little bit through the grass. Spins around. No caution though. Gets it back up and running. Tracker back in pit road here, looking to get the rest of the damage. He's elected to get as much of it fixed here and just take the laps down, as he's just can't keep up the pace here. Crownover chasing down Cameron. Phipps leading the way here. Pretty good gap, almost 2 seconds, 1.9 seconds. So they're catching Balsamo. Jerry mentioned the whole front end. Catching some laps here. Hopefully more guys wrecked out. Is what he's going for. Just get some spots if he can. Comes Phipps there. Balsamo about to get that. Phipps. Pretty tight knit. A lot away from the whole group here. Isaac came down pit lane just a bit ago, and I'm coming back off on the apron right now. Cameron leading this group here. Cameron Crownover. Bigger Richmond, Perry, the tail end here. Robert's there. Just probably the gap. Pretty good fight. Crownover pushing real hard here, trying to get this second spot for Cameron Dario. Looks like he's going to get him here. Cameron way up high on the track there, but he should get a run down the backstretch. Crownover able to utilize the bottom lane, goes way around the racetrack. gets past the number 2. See if he has anything to catch up to Phipps there. But Phipps way ahead, 2.5 seconds on the field right now over second place, which is Crownover. Bigger just watching the battle unfold ahead of him. Going on. Crownover, Cameron, Jerry just trying to lock some laps in right now. Trying to modify the whole front end, just gone. It's 3-pack now. Richmond's broken off. As well as Perry. This guy's falling back a bit, scattering around. Pip still pulling away. About a 2.8 second gap here over this group. So the majority of them, I'd say like 99% of the time, those sponsors are painted by various people. They're not actually, unless the driver stated otherwise, which it definitely could be. But majority of the time, it's drivers just choosing a paint they like, a name brand they like, and running it on their car. Some drivers, I'd say like a 1% sponsor that they'll put on the car. A lot of times it's like setup sponsors and stuff like that. But I've encountered some drivers who have name brand sponsors, as well as myself. I ran with Autolite Fram. For a good year last year, for a whole season. That was a ton of fun. So it definitely can happen. I'm sure a lot of guys like Phipps definitely needs to get some sponsorship. Oh, Crownover free, pushing hard there on the exit. Gonna open up the door for Cameron's gonna fly by on the outside. Cameron being very patient there. And that's something I've seen with Crownover last couple of races where he'll start going up there, but as the tires go, he'll keep trying to drive it as they're pretty fresh. He'll start to slip and slide, catch the wall a couple times. I think he just needs to recognize where his tires are at. Let's back it down a little bit, let him cool off. Now under attack by the old one here. The old one, a little free there, good catch. Little off the track. And I want to, something great to show is a lot of people don't show is how quick the hands are. Look how quick his hands are. That's it. Just that little adjustment there. You don't want to be too aggressive, all the way one way to the other. These cars can catch really quick, and then all of a sudden you're head on into the wall. Oh, you go. Nothing wrong with that. Pull for Cameron running second. He's doing great. Last few races missed a couple here and there, but definitely in the championship hunt. Crownover looks like the tire wear has caught up to him. Number 2 pulling away. Little checkup for the 28 there on exit. Good run for Biggert here. Crownover goes a little deeper in the corner, but 01 able to carry the speed. Clears the 28 there for third. And Phipps just on rails here as he usually is. Now a good but still the same, about 2.8 seconds ahead of Dario. As we, that was your stage break there. I completely lost track of the laps. That was your stage. Phipps is gonna win it. Dario second, Biggert third. Crownover, Richmond, Perry, Roberts, Caprier, Rayburn, Jerry Culver in 10th. Still getting stage points. Yeah, Phipps absolutely phenomenal in these cars, and a lot of things he drives in really very fast in the ARCA car. Also, just lots of experience there to manage his tire and be fast at the same time. We'll see everybody come down pit road. No, it's the first stage break, second stage break. They're gonna do another short run to lap 65. The yellow will come up on lap 66, and then we'll run it to the end from there. So the first stage ends, and the top 10 get points from 10 through 1, counting down. So first place gets 10, second 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, all the way to 10th. 10th place gets 1 point for the playoffs there. And then you get a bonus point for winning the stage. That's a great run off pit road. I think Bigger got it. No, I think Bigger got it. Yeah, Bigger did get it. Good battle off pit road there. Crowdover loses a couple spots. Phipps loses a couple spots. Cameron Dario, your biggest loser there, losing a couple spots also. Just throws in some strategy there, but the last stage usually includes a green flag pit stop, so they're going to have to come into pit roads, refuel, take tires if they have it. Definitely got to put some strategy into the race there. There's Culver sitting on pit road there trying to get some more damage fixed. I think Stryker's done. Car looks fixed, but he's still there. Caffrey out, Parsons out. It looks like Isaac's out as well. Jerry, last one on the track. As far as I know, not out. He's guessing he's trying to get some damage fixed. We'll see as the field rolls by. Yeah, so some leagues run races with, they call them fast repairs. Basically, if your car is wrecked, the game will instantly fix your car back to brand new. Chop Shop doesn't run fast repairs, so if your car is wrecked, you got to fix it. Or if it's blown up, it's got to sit there. But big hits like that, like we saw earlier, that takes a good, 10, 12 minutes to fix. Maybe highest I've seen is 14 from a wreck I incurred a good while back. So it just depends on how bad the damage is for the game to simulate repair. But if they get it all fixed, they can come back out. If they get required damage fixed, they can come back out. And then you have a secondary option, which is optional damage. Usually it's the biggest timer. So they don't have to get it all fixed to come back out, but your car's definitely be slow. As we see Culver here, who we saw sitting in the pit road, a good example for us. I'm sure he got some damage fixed, but it's so heavy, I don't think we'll see a lot of that stuff come back here. He's trying to get as much as done as he can. And as long as your car's still rolling, they can come back out. Just get all the required damage fixed. Some guys elect not to. Like, I'm assuming Stryker's not. It's just, I'm sure a lot of frustration going on from that early wreck. Caffrey there. Parsons has exited the race or closed the sim, and I think Isaac's out also. Yeah, Isaac is off the racetrack as well. So if their car is still on pit road, that means they're still in the sim. I'm assuming watching the race or maybe walked away in displeasure. If I cannot select their shorter car like Balsamo or Parsons, that means they've closed the sim or effectively left the racetrack. Yeah, usually those kinds of damage like Culver right here is the whole front end's gone. I don't know if they'll get it all back repaired during this race, but Jerry, a fair amount of laps down. He's just trying to turn some laps and get some points there as much as he can. So we're getting ready to go. Green new faces up front, crown over inside. Bigger electing to take the top. Dario outside behind Bigger. Phipps, we'll see how aggressive Phipps is. Getting ready for the green flag here.
Green flag.
Good jump by the 01. Biggert's pace to the test here with that clean air. See if Phipps has some trouble back in the pack. Cameron using that high groove, trying to get a runoff. I'm sure he's noticed. So you can tell here. So we'll go to the cockpit view. But everybody sees for the most part. Their field of vision might be different, so they're closer to the windshield a bit further away. Driver might be a little different, but for the most part, it's a cockpit view. So you never see the hood. Jerry can't see the hood. On top of that, the car is severely underpowered, very slow down around the track. So, but he's definitely trying to get as much as he can there. And a lot of the times, we'll ask the guys on the racetrack if they can check the damage out. I'm sure he's noticed that the whole front head's gone, but definitely doesn't care. He's going to put some laps down. First two pulling away. Bigger having a good jump here. Crowd over under fire by Phipps. Phipps putting the pressure on right away. We'll see how aggressive the 28 is here to hold it off 25. As Striker's now back up on the racetrack. Pretty effectively a brand new car. They're not all damage repaired. We saw the right front corner of the car really beat up. Yeah, no fast repair for all our series except plate races, Dega and Daytona. And I think Atlanta also a fast repair as Cameron fighting for the lead here on the 01. Double file, first two rows here. Phipps really trying to get by the 28 and catch these guys while he has the chance, but that middle crew really doing a good job holding these two guys in the bottom line at bay. But it looks like the two's going to have a bit of an advantage here. He's going to utilize the middle line. Phipps gets by the 28. Cameron's going to, I thought Cameron was about to clear the 0-1, but not quite. There he goes. He got some here. Two to the lead. 25 trying to attack the 0-1 now. 0-1 back with the momentum. No, you're good. I think the stream's on a delay. It's supposed to be a second delay, but I think it's a little longer today for some reason. Yeah, the fast repair is a good flip of the coin there. A lot of my idealism is it sucks. I've been wrecked out in the first corner of a race also. It absolutely sucks. So we see a good battle here. Biggert fighting back on the outside. Just got a nose on the right quarter panel of the 25, but Phipps is going to clear him. Now attacking the 0-1. I'm sorry, the number 2. Got to be careful. Crown over attacking. Number 2 way up high against the wall now. Good group of cars here. Top 4 battling hard. First 25 trying to get it from the number 2. Phipps being very patient here, trying to just work them over lap by lap, inch by inch there. Real tight there. Not as tight as I thought though. There's a pretty good gap between the two cars. A lot of guys will get right up to your door and maybe rub a little bit. You see Crownover now putting the fight on. Little slip there through the corner. Looks like Phipps is going to clear the 2. Not quite. Yes, looks like he does. Not quite. No, he doesn't. Cameron, look, that little bit just on his right rear quarter panel. Crown over sliding behind the 01. Everybody's battling very hard. There, that's Culver there on the apron, just getting out of the way. Hard fighting here. Cameron's doing a great job trying to hold the 25 off fade, just keeping his nose right on the quarter panel. That's the most annoying thing as a driver. You just want to hear that spotter stay clear. Man, that guy has his nose just on your quarter panel. See him digging harder in the corner. He's going to slide up a little bit. Up the track, little sideways there on exit. Good catch there. Still running hard for first. These guys battling for second. Yeah, that's it. Once they get racy like this, it gets very exciting. There's not a lot of cars on the track as there typically is. Usually we get a good 20-ish cars for the most part. But, oh, 3 wide down the backstretch. Cameron's way up the track. It's going to wash up. Phipps might start to check out here. Bigger takes over second, Crown over third. Cameron really fighting hard on the middle of the racetrack, trying to keep the 25 at bay, and that definitely uses up the tire wear a lot more. Phipps just being so patient, not overdriving the car on the bottom. Yeah, they're racing real hard. They should start to feel it here in a bit. With the stage coming up, though, I'm sure they don't care. They're really pushing it. You got another stage break on lap 65, so burn it down here. It's just a short run. Take another set, and that's the set that really matters there for the long run. Get it to the pit stop. Just be real cordial with your tires. It's the 25 starting to break away. '28 here on the 01. Good battle here for second. Crown over all over the 01. Bigger top 4 pulling away from Caffrey here in 5th. Caffrey just blocked, just with the touch. Believe it or not, a lot of guys do run controller on iRacing. It's kind of frowned upon as the sim is presented as a realistic thing, I guess you could say. It's presented as a simulator, not a game. It's still a game though, but it's real game. But a lot of guys do run controller there, and some of them are pretty good on a controller. It's not a lot of leagues don't allow it. Our racing allows it in official races, so. But I never tried it. But iRacing is only on PC. But the good thing is you can run it on a mediocre PC. You don't need to crank everything up high. You'll still run it pretty good. Round over the 01. Not quite there. The 01 running back on the middle lane. Oh, you're good. There's plenty of guys. As long as you don't go backwards on the racetrack, you're fine. Because there's plenty of jerks out there that'll literally pay a sub, buy a track, and then go do dumb stuff. Oh, 01 down, blocks in front of 02. I think he's trying to get on the inside of the 28. There's nothing wrong with jumping on and running the controller. Slideways there for 01. He's going to lose the outside to Cameron. But a wheel and pedal set ain't too bad either. Logitech's, we got some pretty good ones. They're like 150, 200 bucks. Real, and Logitech's like the workhorse of the sim community. I'm not sure. That's definitely out of my scope. I know the sim uses a lot of CPU power. I don't know though, but iRacing hasn't said anything about a console version at all, so I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Fitz just pulling away about 8/10 ahead of Crown over there. This guy's really fighting hard. Cameron takes over third. Excuse me. Fitz up there, lapping Shrek, I believe. That's Jerry. Jerry just trying to get out of the way. See the speed difference, all the damage Jerry has, they're just flying by it. All that downforce, all that stuff is pretty much gone. Oh, that's between you and him. I don't know. I think he runs for the GOAT guys. Maybe something to talk about here. Now still in third for him, chasing down Crownover. They're both chasing down Bibbs. We're approaching the stage end. Stage end's at 65 completion. So once it ticks over to 66. But Crownover's really actually not pulling away. Now he's losing some time here. There's a lot of guys will get up front and they just manage the gap, so they won't start to burn them off. They won't start gapping the field because they don't have to. Just manage the gap. What it means is push when you need to, lay off when you need to. Just stay about a half a second ahead of those guys. You start to see them close in, start to put the pressure on a little bit, run a little harder as he's opening the gap a little bit now. Just little bits of time, just ever so insignificant, but they add up. Fifth's doing a great job managing the gap right now. As there's Crownover very loose there on the exit. Cameron all over him now. To get Crownover. These guys still closing into fifths though with 4 to go. Sorry, 5 to go. Fifths might come away with the stage win. Number 2 here. He swept the stages last week and the race. Don't think they have quite enough time though. Sideways there, Cameron a little scuff there from the wall. So a lot of times in the race we'll take it seriously, but we have those races. A lot of people will put up what they call hosted rooms, which is basically open lobbies that anybody can join. And we'll go mess around. iRacing has figure 8s. We've done it before where you run a figure 8, lots of carnage. They've got rally racing, trophy trucks. You got all kinds of things. We think get drag racing in. Drag racing will be a lot of fun. We put in, a lot of guys will put in some for fun races in hosted series. So it's not all serious. Usually the league races are, but a lot of times we'll throw some hosted stuff and just do some shenanigans. Just let off some steam, especially when you have like a super long season and you're pissed off at everybody. Let me go run a figure 8 race and let off some steam. As Fifth's now pulling the gap there, as we talked about managing the gap. look at the lap times here. Yeah, I hope maybe we'll do it one day here with the series here. We'll try and cover it. It's a ton of fun to drive. It's just carnage everywhere. It's nuts. Phipps almost a second ahead. We're coming down to the final lap. White flag for the stage. 25 in front, 28, 2, 01. There's Richmond down there. Caffrey coming down pit road. Might be low on fuel because I know pit road's closed. Pit road closes 2 laps prior to the stage end. So that would be on 63, I believe, 64. So I know it's closed right now. Caffrey might be just low on fuel. That's going to be an EOL for him or an end of the line after everybody cycles around. But Phipps is going to come around here off of corner 4 and win stage number 2. Found over Dario Bigger. We'll wait for the field to cycle through. There's Mark Richmond, Ed Perry, Roberts, Rayburn. Caffrey needs to come around again.
Caution. You can look at your 720 right there.
Here's where the race begins. From here on, it's pretty much a straight shot after pit stop. We should have one more stop about halfway or so on this last stage to the end. We'll see some green flag stops, how these guys manage that. But Phipps absolutely on rails. If these guys can get some pressure on them, make them use that equipment up. Because he didn't pull away that badly this time, almost a second. These guys just need to keep some pressure on them, and I think they might have a chance. You see everybody coming down pit road. I really wish you would show or give me the option to show the pit crew. Because in the sim, you'll actually have like guys animated. They'll jump off the wall. They're standing on the wall right now. I can't see them because I'm watching the race. But the drivers will see only their pit crew. They're standing on the wall. As they pull in, they'll jump out just like a real race. They'll jump out. You'll see them change their tires, fuel the car, come around the car. It's really cool to see. From here on, let's see what lap we're on. So there's 66 laps left. We should go green with 63, 64 laps. Should go pretty quick. We don't have any cautions. Now Crownover's just gonna beat him to the exit. Bigger. Cameron in 4th. Crownover just edges out the 25. Good pit stop there for him. There's about 6. When we go green, there's going to be about 60, 65, 64 laps to go. No worries. Yeah, if you gotta go, you gotta go. It's all good. I appreciate it. You sticking with us as long as you can. And we'll give a. Here we go. We'll talk to the number 2. Cameron, Dario, this is Joseph in the booth. You got me?
Whoa, what's up, Joe?
I know suddenly to bring you up, but you got a pretty big fan there. It's been chatting with us throughout the race, so I thought we'd give you a holler. How's the track been so far?
Hot. Super hot. Slick. All over, dude.
Man, we've seen those guys. It seems like the tires tend to go pretty quick there, but you guys putting up a valiant effort. A lot of fighting going on, but do you think you got any idea how to get around the 25 right now?
Nope. No shot, dude. I hope he spins out.
I mean,
I mean, we were all 4 of us were putting on a show there. I think. I mean, we were we were sending it for everything it had.
Oh yeah, you can definitely see the aggression there at that second stage. It was a ton of fun to watch.
It's ready to happen again too, dude. I'm telling you. Round 2.
Man,
Let's see.
well, we're excited to watch. Anything can happen there, so good luck for you. We'll see how it goes.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Little chat with the number 2 there. It's kind of shot in the dark there. He says to get around the 25, but we'll see. Like I said, anything can happen. Maybe Phipps will make a mistake. We'll see what's up. Yeah, that was absolutely Cavaderio. Yeah, so, sometimes it starts glitching like that. Appreciate it. 28, good jump. See, Phipps got a pretty good clear here. Camera just sending it off into the corner. Sorry about that. The mic, I'm sure this mic has an issue or two, but it'll be all right. See how long crowd over can last. These guys they got about 40 laps on a tank of fuel. You see if some of them start to short pit as this run goes on. Maybe some of them will try to run it to the end, but they're definitely gonna have to stop at least one more time to make it to the end. Definitely green flags pit stops coming up here in about 20-30 laps. So we've been on for 79 minutes, about 80 minutes, we'll say 80 minutes. So we're on lap 73. You can just write down 73, put a sticky note somewhere, and then come back on lap 73. It's all good. But I appreciate you hanging out with us. Phipps all over the 28 here. See how aggressive he is. Very, very close there. Just being very patient there, the 25 is. Just waiting for an opportunity to go around Crown over there. You see Crown over a little bit of slide, little wiggle there. Phipps definitely is able to carry the corner speed a lot better than the 28 can right now. Oh yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you again for hanging out anytime. We got lots of racing throughout the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Sundays. Give a sub and a follow if you have a second there. There's racing going on all the time. But I appreciate you hanging out with us as well. See these two starting to check out. from Dario here, just being very patient as you get over to his bigger as well. You see how far back he's laid off from the top three. Maybe thinking about saving some fuel, but I don't think they could save 10 laps. That's a pretty good stretch there. Bigger beats up time here, trying to keep the car underneath him. Little slide there on the exit. Top three pulling away. Top two pulling away. Cameron just lost touch to the 25. Phipps being super patient. Good gap there between those guys. Now Cameron starting in the catch 25 just a bit. I'm sure Phipps is being very, very patient. Running about middle of the racetrack. Little slide, you can hear the tires squeal there through the corner. Phipps taking a look on the 28, little nose dip there. He's got a pretty good run here. Picked up early. I heard a gas but I don't think he's doing that. See how tight the 25 is on the 28. The battle back here also for, I believe, 5th, 6th, and 7. There's Perry catching up to Bigger. Bigger just being super patient. Roberge, these guys are going along. Gotta get the racing. I know we've been focused on the top four for the most part. These guys running a clean race though. Roberge avoiding that ring early. Basically stop on the track. Get into that mess and Raver back here just trailing off of Roberge a little bit. About a half a second or so. Bigger running on driver cam. Together now. Cameron's pretty much caught up to the top leader. Knows he got to have a pit stop here. He might just be waiting behind the 28. Running along here, and the pit stop's on. We'll call it basically you hit a lap or more earlier than the leader, and that time difference on those new tires will usually leapfrog you ahead of that guy. Maybe Phipps might be strategizing something like that. No need to force something right now. Just stay in touch with the guy ahead of you. That's what the 25's doing here. Not sure if that's what Phipps' game plan is. That's what I'm trying to here. Top three there under a blanket. Bigger just trailing off. Cameron there. About 6 seconds behind third place. Very behind him. Smart. got the front end repaired. The whole car's basically fixed, I think. He got some wall there. That's just the paint. But they got a new front end on the race car. I'm sure that took a while. Striker on pit road again. I think he's called it quits for today. Balsamo, Caffrey, Philip Caffrey, and Parsons in that order for your last three. As Phipps is just being patient still, riding behind the 28. Cameron as well. Top three here, just riding along together. Everybody just trying to stay in touch with everybody else. I want to throw out a big thank you to everybody for once again spending your time here on a Sunday night, especially with football going on and all that stuff. But you guys still enjoying the race here. I think Cameron had a moment, but I appreciate all of you. Just please, racing. I just tell it like it is. Racing's in my blood. It always has been. My parents tried to get me to do ball sports. Dad tried to put me in baseball or t-ball, I think it was called. Oh, Phipps, I had a moment there, a little loose off the exit. Good catch there, 25. But so they brought me out to play again. The only baseball game I remember playing as a kid. They brought me out. I was playing some form of outfield, and what I would do is I put little race cars, the little die-cast cars, the small ones, in my pocket. I take them out with me to the baseball field, and I go play with them, play races there. So it's always been in my blood. I've recently got into football more or less, but it's racing for me. So it's yeah. Love hate for sure. I don't get frustrated. Cameron all over Phipps now. I feel like Phipps is being just very patient, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes for him. The number 2 Cameron just all over the 25. I know Cam's being very aggressive here. Puts a little wiggle there. That tells me he's trying. He's pushing hard, but I'm not too sure if he's pushing as hard as these guys. As Conover's starting to lose touch with these two here. We got a little group back here as well. Robert's looking for a pass on the 76. Really sends it in. The corner's going to wash up, though. Mark's such a great driver. That's awesome. Love it. Yeah, that's awesome. I love it. He needs to make that his racing profile picture so we can put it on the stream. Roberts gets over Cameron, Richmond. Rayburn trying to get a spot here over the 76. I was going to say, Mark is such a good driver. He'll let you slide in there. So a lot of guys, myself included, if you're going to slide across my nose, I guess we're both right, because I'm not letting up. Caffrey free. A lot of guys are like that, but Mark is not one of them. He's so cordial on the racetrack. If he sees you sliding up, he's going to check up and let you in. I rarely see Mark not give room to guys, whether it's the first lap or the last lap for a spot. That's Mark Richmond. Just a class act there on the racetrack. I myself, not so much. I don't give room. These guys still fighting here. Cameron on the inside of the 25. You see, look at the wheel there through the windshield. Quick corrections from both of them. Just real static movements. Keeping the car straight. 25 gets a good run on the outside. Cameron's not done though. We're approaching 95 here. This stop should happen shortly. Phipps is going to start to put the throttle on. I figured he was really coasting along. He's not that far away from Crownover. Crownover about a second ahead of these two. I think Phipps is going to start to put the pedal down and start close in on the 28. We'll see how it goes there. That's just my assumption from what I've seen before, but the number 2 still putting the pressure on. See that arc there, 25 through the trial, is going to go up to the wall. They both swing out, trying to make this corner, apex it, trying to make it as straight as you can. And there's the difference there. You see how the 25 can carry the speed down to the bottom of the racetrack, then drift up. That's all speed right there. The 2 wasn't able to do that, stuck in the middle, or choosing the middle there. Loses a little bit of ground there. Now they swap positions. 25 in the middle, 2 on the bottom. Little wiggle for the 2. Phipps starting to break away from the 2, and is now starting to close the gap on Crownover. We take a look at the lap times. It's just slightly quicker that time. That's not much though. We'll see how he does this time around. See Crownover quicker, last 3 laps. About just back and forth with Phipps here. Phipps, I was going to say quicker last 3 laps, but Cameron just slightly edging out the number 25 there. They're pretty much even, the 2 of them. We'll see if they can kind of work together here to catch Crownover. Looks like they're both closing in, but not quite. That clean air really helping the 28. I thought Phipps would start to close in by now, but a little pressure there for Burns there. You mentioned earlier, a little pressure on that guy that's been beating you week in and week out. They can use his stuff up. Looks like Ed Perry came down pit road a little bit ago, actually, on lap 98. There's Ed. Oh, I got on fast forward. I was like, that was a really quick stop. I got on fast forward. Caffrey. Oh, no. I was going to say Caffrey came down, but he didn't. Oh, Andrew Phipps coming down pit lane. We talked about the undercut. See how this is going to play out. If I was crying over Dario Biggert, I would come down immediately as we come around the pit entrance. We'll see if they do that, but we know how fast the 25 is by himself. If I was those top 3 guys right now, I would absolutely come down immediately. So we stay on pace as much as we can with the 25, because now he's going to have fresh tires. See if these guys come down. Oh, they'll stay on the racetrack. All 3 of them do. Roberto's going to cycle around. Here comes Phipps off the exit. And now he's got the fresh tires on the racetrack here. He's ready to burn them down with just a handful of laps to go. We basically have a stage left here to the end. Phipps can make it. These top 3 have to pit, and they're going to be losing time to the 25. I would have absolutely gone down pit road knowing the 25 just came down. We'll see how it shapes out, though, for them. Crownover with the command lead right now so far over the number 2. 01 going by the 13. Jerry still trying to turn them on. So lap. See a little bit of nose down there. They're trying to make do with what he's got. See if these guys come down this time. Looks like the 28's checking up. There goes Crownover coming down. Cameron stays out. Biggert stays out. Yeah, definitely not a quitter. That's for sure. Crownover coming down pit road. Looks like Cameron and Biggert might be going to the end of the fuel tank. So they got a handful of laps left in there. But they're going to be losing a lot of time on the racetrack. Oh, Phipps misses his box. we talked about before in races past, he's still not right in the box. That's going to cost him a lot of time spots. That's going to end his first place run for sure. We'll see. Back it up here. He completely slid his box there. Old tires are very hot, very worn out. They're not going to stop that good. He came in so hot. Had to back it up. Was still not right. Had to back it up again. And that's going to definitely cost him the top 3 spots for sure. He might fall back to 5th or 6th. As now he's exiting the racetrack. Right now he's in 8th. But a couple of these guys still got to pit. Cameron leading the way. Bigger Roberts, who we've seen pull this move. I mean, week in and week out, stays out the longest, saves fuel to the end, gets a top 3, top 4 out of it. I don't know if he can save 10 laps, though. They're about 10, 15 laps short from that last stage break. I think they still all have to pit. There's Rayburn. Fifth's now powering along here. All that fresh tire. There goes Cameron coming down pit road. I think this is too late, in my opinion. Phipps is going to jump him. But Cameron's going to have fresh tires. We'll see what happens. Biggert stays out for a few more laps. Personally, I think the number 2 stayed out way too long. We're riding with Phipps here coming down the back stretch. Biggert's right behind the leader. And Cameron's still up there road. You see him on the track net there, the 4th spot. He's about to lose a spot here. And Phipps is going to be well ahead. We got a good amount of laps left, but I don't think Cameron's going to make all that ground up. And that's the gap right there. You see Phipps going into turn 3. Cameron's barely coming off the apron off turn of 2. All of that was time gained from pit road, from Phipps coming in early. There's our difference right there. Almost half the racetrack Andrew Phipps made up and passed there on a lot of these guys, and Biggert's going to be even worse as he's still on the racetrack. Caffrey a little loose there, is free. We'll see if Cameron can put something on and start to burn it off here. Well, Bears and Rayburn still out on the track, still have to pit. You see the red circle around number 1 there. That's the leader. 2nd and 3rd, there they are, running together. They need a pit still, as well as first place. There goes Biggert coming down pit road. Cherry also on pit road, just ahead of Biggert. And all this is cycling around. Crownover is relegated to 7th, might be 6th, 5th. With these guys pitting, we'll see. Caffrey coming down pit road. Nice steady stop for the 0-1. Little askew in the boxing. What that means is the pit crew has to adjust. They need to angle themselves. That's just little fractions of a second that they need to adjust to get the tires changed. And that little bit costs you so much time on the racetrack. All that matters, the straighter you can get the car in the box, the faster the pit stop, the less time you lose on the racetrack. There's races going on everywhere, especially pit road. It's so important. Bigger's coming down. Back on the racetrack there. First place right behind him. Roberts, there we go. There's Roberts. Still in the pit, as well as Rayburn. The last 2 on the racetrack that haven't pitted yet. Oh, Mark catches the wall. Pretty good hit there on the exit. Real good scuff there on the right side. Crown over here in 6th. He might be 4th when these 2 guys pit. Just a lot of time lost there pitting from first. Just crossing the start finish line. They're effectively 1st and 2nd right now. Perry, Crownover just behind them. clear of Ed Perry here, rounding out 1 and 2. Perry way up the track, giving way to the 28. Robert's now coming down pit road. It's a good stop, locks up the front. Rayburn up next, is coming down pit road now. Oh, it's real sliding. Downshift, slides a little bit there on the entry. And that puts the 25 back out on front. Second place here, Cameron. Just crossing the start-finish line. He's making some ground a little bit, I believe. We'll take a look at the lap times. Oh, he's really making some ground here with 20 laps to go. Cameron might be onto something. This is why I don't do strategy, because it usually doesn't work out for me. He's so much faster than the 25, but that's using up his equipment. It's overheating his tires. He's really burning them off. Andrew Phipps has no reason to right now. He's so far ahead. He just needs to cruise around, save his tires with the number 2. Should he get close enough, then the 25 is going to have it much better tire wear than the number 2 to start pulling away. So again, we talk about managing the gap. 25, I believe, is absolutely doing that. No need to burn them off if you don't have to. But man, Cameron is so much faster. He's gaining a lot of time right now. We'll see if the number 2 can really close in at all. Little checked up there by Rayburn, the 74, giving way. See, they're about a straightaway apart now with 18 to go. It's going to get pretty good. I think Cameron will get pretty close, but I believe Phipps is just going to have so much better tire wear that he won't be able to make the pass, if at all get even that close. Phipps pulling away. There's Robert's a lap down. They stayed out on the racetrack so long. Phipps leapfrogged them a whole lap there, but they got better tire wear, so they should be able to get their line back there. Robert's will. I think Rayburn should as well. He could have better tires than Cameron, but I don't know if he will want to fight the number 2 there. Cameron's really trying to put the charge in to catch the 25. Take a look at the lap times again. Half a second, last 2 laps. You see that gap, though, that he's closing in. It's starting to shrink little by little. That's the tire wear going. Oh, a good sum up with Caffrey and Stryker there. Really, there's a Caffrey. Something going on here. I think Caffrey lost it here on the entry. Yeah, you see the rear end kick. He almost got into the 88. Little slide there, saves it. Caffrey back in his box. Phipps still leading the way. There's Cameron. Still about a straightaway. About half the trial length you see there on the track. Yeah, maybe a little less. I think the lap cycle is evened out though. There you see Cameron only 3 times quicker to red this time. That's the time Phipps is losing to Cameron. That's Phipps putting on the gas now. Phipps has saved his tires enough to stay ahead of the number 2. Cameron's just absolutely burning him off here with 14 to go. I don't think he's going to catch him now. You see that gap? It went 6 tenths, 5 tenths, 5 tenths, 3 tenths, 2 tenths. That's his tire wear absolutely giving way. No quit here from the number 2 though. Really starting to put the pressure on. It's starting to see some slip as this run goes on. Andrew Phipps leading the way. Over Cameron Dario, Crownover really rebounds good. Making the way from Bigger. They're pretty tight here though. Bigger trying to put the moves on the 28. Crownover bouncing back after that third road mishap. I thought he was going to be stuck in fifth and sixth, but a lot of these guys stayed out so long and really helped the 28. They both sending in hard into the corner, slide up the track. Tight race here off of 2. 0-1, I think Bigger's got some fresher tires here, and he does the 28. Makes a good clean pass there on the 28. Andrew Phipps, Cameron Dario. That gap is pretty much evened out, I believe. Take a look at another look here. About a tenth now. You see the big drop off, massive drop off. I think Striker had a problem. Oh, Rayburn, not Rayburn. Mark had a problem there. Real loose there on the entry. Here, you see that the gap is really closing in. They're about half a straightaway now. Man, Cameron put on a heater that time. 3/10. He might be proving us wrong with 10 to go. See, it's just in his sights there. We're running 9 to go now. He's putting everything he can. 2/10 that time. Phipps trying to stay ahead of the number 2. We'll see if Cameron has enough to close in. Two-tenths that last time by. Striker staying up high. Rayburn going, taking a look to get his lap back. Cameron still making ground. We'll see this time by. Tenths again for the number 2. Rayburn all over the 25, just trying to get one of his lap back. He's a car lap down. See if Phipps just gives it up. He really should. 7 to go, coming around here. Gonna get pretty close there. I don't know if he's gonna get to his bumper. He might get punched up, maybe a car, 2 car lengths, 2 seconds flat, 2/10 flat that time. Cameron pushing as hard as he can. 7 to go, coming down the back stretch. Here, 2/10, 2.23 He's gaining on Phipps still, but not as quick as it was earlier, but he's definitely gaining. He needs to go a little bit quicker there. 2/10 a lap ain't enough to catch him. Cameron definitely giving all he's got, or he needs a slip up from the 25. We'll see what happens. 5 to go this time by. There's Rayburn, Andrew Phipps. Cameron now can see the 25. Cameron needs to move a lot quicker. 2/10 again. Cameron's about 8 laps short of the way he's going. And Phipps is just doing what he needs to do, just little bit by little bit, not over driving the corner. He sees the 2s closing in, but he recognizes it's not fast enough to catch him with 4 to go. Just relegating the drop-off as much as he can, mitigating that back there. Is now we're under 2 seconds apart. Bigger, well ahead of Crown over here. Perry, Robert, Shredskid, Rayburn, Caffrey down in pit road, as well as Striker coming off. Turn 4, Andrew Phipps there, leading the way from the number 2. 3 to go for the 25. Sweat last week, looking to sweat this week at Las Vegas. Almost 3/10 that time for Dario, but he needs a miracle now. Three to go for number 2. Sandy to put slip up with the apron, a little spice up there for him to have a chance, maybe a caution finish. 2 to go now for Andrew Fitz in the 25. Cameron Dario, no quit here. Pushing all the way to the end. Oh, I lost him for a second. I thought Cameron disconnected. Cameron pushing very hard. White flag there for Andrew Phipps. See Barney waving the flag in hand. Look how close Cameron got to him, but it's not going to be enough without a mistake from the 25. And just maybe 5 more laps for the number 2. Maybe he would have caught the 25. Phipps just perfect in this last run here. He's going to be all Andrew Phipps all day at Vegas. Sweeps the stages, gets the win. Back to back for the 25.
Mic off. Mic on.
Everybody else finishing their runs here. There's Rayburn, who got his lap back. Richkin. What a great finish there. It was a good battle there. 25-2, really putting a charge there. Bigger. Phipps getting ready to burn it down here at Vegas. We'll talk to the top 3 here. See if I can get a bigger up on the board. There we go. Pull them up. Hey Nate, you got me?
I got you, John. What's up?
What a fantastic race. Really big wreck early on, but green all the way through. Tell me how your day went so to this point.
Yeah, that was a fun race, man. Like, I was just trying to keep up with them guys, you know, give Andrew and Anthony and Cam a run. That second stage, I really enjoyed. Like, the battle we all had, just pushing it real hard. Like, that was great fun. But then the third stage, I basically decided I was going to try to go a little bit easier, take care of my tires, because I was really, like, we were all destroying our tires. I think in the end of the second stage, we're seeing Caffrey come in, and that kind of showed me, like, hey, I got to try to take care of these things in the last run. And it did work. You know, I think if I wouldn't have messed up my pit road entry and gave up about 4 or 5 seconds there, that probably would have been the difference right there for me to be right up with Cam and Andrew for the win.
Man, it was just a great race overall. A good show between the 4 of you guys throughout the stages, especially the second stage. You guys pretty much went at it. Uh, Vegas track, I don't think known for really much tire wear, but it looked pretty bad. The track was really hot. How did you manage that tire wear?
Yeah, it was really bad actually because you could really just send this car like into the corners like on fresh tires. You could almost hold it wide open all the way around. But within about I don't know, I'd say 10 laps, you're down to like 70%. Like it was destroying the tires and fast. So it was just about trying to just hold yourself back. Like, yeah, the lap time's there, but you know that 20 laps in, you're gonna be passed by everybody. So just trying to hold back. It's more of a mental thing than anything. Especially, like I said, the speed's there. You're just not allowed to use it. It's a trip.
I know that's one of the hardest. At least for me, it was one of the hardest things for drivers. I think to relegate themselves to a slower speed. They, as a driver, hey, I want to go fast. That's what it's about, right? But a big learning curve is when to go fast, and I think you've done a great job as you proved to us. That you and Cameron staying out later than Phipps and Crownover at the end, a little strategy at play there.
Yeah, it was basically. I know you could stop halfway, but I kind of wanted to just go a little extra, and that's why, like I said, in the beginning stage of stage three, I just kind of paced myself because I knew I was gonna run long. And I mean, would have been great to catch a caution, obviously, and just be like really set up. But even then, just to run long, get decent lap times the whole first part of that run, and then be able to just push and go for the last like 25 laps. That was my plan, and just yeah, like we said, we're racers. We want to go as fast as we can. So getting them tires late and being able to do that it just adds more fun to me, I guess, into the racing and just being able to push the car and go as fast as I could.
Absolutely. Once you hear that crew chief tell you to let loose, it's probably the best feeling in the world, right?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I wanted to do. I mean, we did it in the second stage. All of us, I think we just had a blast. The four of us there, just battling it out and going hard. And I just wanted to do that again at the end.
Awesome. Well, great show here. We got. Let me see what we got. What we got next? We got where we at? Vegas. Need to check. I should have looked at it for Bristol. Oh, here we go. We got Bristol next week. That's gonna be a fun one. I think Bristol, a track you like, right?
Yeah, I enjoy Bristol. I love short track racing. That's what I really. I do okay at these mile and a halves. Like this was a good run for me tonight. Obviously, I think Anthony probably had top 3 speed, but I just got lucky on the strategy to get by him. But yeah, I love the short tracks and hopefully be able to compete for a win next week.
Awesome. We'll look forward to it. Give some shout outs.
Yeah, give a shout out to Stryker and John, the Chop Shop crew there. They are the admins for it, and everybody that helps them out. And I know you, Joe, help out a lot. And let's see who else. Yeah. Anyway, I can't think anyways, but I just want to thank the sponsors of the league: Sherry, my 3 sons, the C2 Gaming, Fuego Paints, everybody that helps out, Track Racer, Dubby. Just appreciate us, keeping this league going. I enjoy racing with these guys. Great time. Also, I want to give a shout out to the fans, everybody watching, Chop Shop TV. Phenomenal job, Joe, for doing a broadcast. I want to thank you. And last but not least, I'll always thank my number 1 fan, my mom.
Absolutely. Gotta throw the moms, sisters, wives. Cannot forget. I think they help us keep churning, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Well, we'll see you next week at Bristol. Actually, tomorrow's Monday. Dirt racing tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I'll see you there.
There we go. That's with Signature with Jason. So we'll catch some dirt racing tomorrow night. Hope you have a great night.
Yeah, you too, Joe.
Bigger third place finish. Absolutely great job here. Pretty shaky on the mile and a half, he says, but I think he's doing a very phenomenal job, in my opinion. We got Cameron, who just put on an absolute late charge at the end. But before we get to that, Cameron, you got me?
Yes, sir.
Man, what a great race. Bigger Crownover, Phipps, you guys put on a heck of a battle there, especially the second stage. How did the race car feel for you?
It got really good after I talked to you. It was like really slick, and then it started getting more and more snug as the race went on. And then I thought I was going to be able to. I thought I was going to have enough time to be able to catch him at the end. I thought I left myself enough time, but I didn't. I don't think I sent it as hard as I should have in the beginning, coming off the pit road. But all in all, the car felt good. The beginning was slick, dude. I mean, I cannot express to you how uneasy it was, especially coming out off of 2 and off of 4. But all in all, it was a hell of a race, man. Them guys are class act. Everybody gave everybody room. I couldn't ask for a better bunch to race with, honestly.
Man, when you guys put on a show, and it makes my job easier. I just call what I seen. It was so exciting to call the race. A little strategy at play after the stages there. You staying out pretty lengthy at the end. Anything differently? You say you couldn't. You should have pushed harder, but maybe a later stop or an earlier stop. Anything different there?
Well, so ideally I wanted to go into with 22 left, right? So I wanted to go. I think I pitted with 28 left. I think I don't think it would have changed anything because the fall off took what it took, right? So where I come out at 28, so it took me 28 laps to be a second and a half off of him after the tires matched up or whatever. So I don't know if I could have just ran it harder when I came out of pit road and maybe took more time out of it, but then I don't know if I would have had it with the last 5, because I was just telling Andrew, I was like, the last 5 laps, I wasn't breaking at all. I was just sending it in there, son. I was just, whatever grip was left, I was using it. So I don't know if it really would have changed because, I mean, he's good. I had a good race car. He had a good race car. A caution would have helped.
I think a lot of drivers were hoping for one, but man, it was so much fun to see you charge. I didn't think you were going to get that close, honestly. You made up almost half the entire racetrack. That was insane.
Yeah, dude. Do you remember Atlanta? I swear, dude, I raced that. Las Vegas race is so similar to Atlanta. And when we raced Atlanta, I showed these boys what was up. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but
oh yeah.
But it was kind of the same kind of thing. And when they pitted, I think Andrew pitted with like 30 to go for 35 to go. I was like, oh damn, that's early. That's early, boy. I'm gonna get him. And he held it off. He did good, but we'll see where we go next week.
So next week we got Bristol, lots of
yeah,
short
baby.
track action.
I'll be in that one probably for about a whole 5 laps. Oh my God.
I don't know. You've told us that before, and you've come out on top of a time or two, so I think you'll be all right. It's going to be exciting for sure.
I love that track, man. It's going to be it's going to be caution filled, but it's going to be fun.
Definitely excited to catch you there. We got dirt racing on Mondays. I haven't seen you there. You think about any some dirt racing still?
I don't know, man. I don't think y'all want me out there. Everybody's gonna be upside down. Oh my God.
I mean, that's the way I see it. That's on their end, right? You need to put sling some mud with us.
I guess so. I don't know. Maybe. What are y'all racing tomorrow? The sprints or the late models?
So I don't know what they're at this week, but they flip flop between the late models and the sprint cars every week. It alternates every week.
I mean, I got a freaking championship in the trucks I got to focus on, Joe. He'd be out here slinging mud. I'm not Kyle Larson.
little recreational activities.
Yeah. Next thing you know, I'll be in the GT3s again.
There you go.
Talking about hitting rumble strips.
Man, it's such a blast here. Give us some shout outs. Who do you want to thank for being here?
Man, thank you, dude. Thank you for taking time away from that beautiful baby and that beautiful wife you got to do this for us. Thanks for all the drivers who do the same thing. Take time away from their family, come out and put on a show for the fans. Chop Shop, Striker, John for putting on a great league. Who'd I miss? Everybody. Anybody who's a part of this. So you, Signature, my 3 sons. Who am I missing? The Ball of Status, you know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Ball
I missed the Ball of Status.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, the Horizon Fishing. Can't forget about my man out there, too. Check him out. But yeah, hell of a race, boys. I'm going to go watch it.
Awesome. It was a blast. Definitely one to rewatch for sure. But we'll catch you next weekend at the very least at Bristol.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Have a good night.
You too, bud.
Cameron, a great personality like always. Always fun to talk to. Always fun to race against. Just a great guy overall. I'm losing my voice, so I'm trying to get these in. We'll talk to Andrew Phipps here, who comes out sweeping the race again, back to back. Andrew, you got me?
Yeah, I'm here. I got you. How are you?
I'm doing great. What about yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. I was just in there chatting with the boys.
Man,
Man,
what?
that was
Go
was a
ahead.
race. That was really tough.
I was just about to say that looks like a fantastic race from my point of view. Got a little pressure this time. I think it changed the way you drove a little bit. A little action there from Crownover and Cameron.
Yeah, I don't know. I felt I don't know if they just figured it out or the track changed and it wasn't working as good for me, but I felt so good in the first one. Like barely touched the brake pedal the whole stage. Um, and my pitted tires were balanced. Car felt great. And then in the second one, I had to run so hard. It's so hard to pass. Didn't have the clean air out in front, and man, we just battled in a pack. It was a great race. It was fun. I just got stuck on the bottom and kind of hurt my tires, but I finally got my way to the lead, and but I could feel it at the end. I was okay, and then the third stage took off, and Crownover got the lead, and I should have attacked him, and I didn't. I just kind of rode and thought, I go, well, I'll let him burn his stuff down, and I'll, just be right up on him and kind of pressure him into driving the car too hard, and he absolutely didn't. Dirty air hurt me, and I just couldn't do anything with him. So my plan was to undercut him, so I wouldn't have to pass him. I go, man, if I could pit a lap before him, and get in front of him, I think I could manage my tires and hold him off. But I didn't realize that the other guys were going to wait so long to pit, and I knew when they come out with fresh tires, they're going to be flying. So it was like a chess game. When I came out with the new tires, you want to lay down a couple really fast laps, but I knew they were coming with freshies. So, oh man, I'm just gonna save them. And I just tried to drive the car really gentle, and I'm just watching his cams just knocking off huge chunks. Once he finally got to about 5 seconds back, I go, okay, I gotta go. And then I started running as hard as I could, and then the gap started slowing down, and I go, oh man, he only needed a few more laps and he'd have been there.
It was a fantastic run there at the end to watch, especially the battle on the second stage before you had. So you mentioned Cameron closing up this massive gap. We talk about managing the gap, but what does that mean to you? You're being easy. At what point do you recognize you need to start to move?
I just figured once he got to about 5 back, I had to just go. But I thought if I let him take some big chunks out, I'm saving my tires, and he's getting excited and probably just burning his stuff down, trying to get to me, just knocking off qualifying laps. And so I just tried to keep the car balanced and happy, so it wouldn't get tight or wouldn't get loose. It was pretty balanced at the end. Didn't go away on me like it did in the previous run. So I was just watching the ticker, and kind of like in the first run, you just go as fast as you can go without sliding the tires, without getting the thing, overworking the right front or the right rear, just as fast as you can go without sliding it. And that's just pretty much what I started doing. And then I could see, I go, man, he's running out of time. So all I got to do is just keep doing what I'm doing, and I'll be fine.
Definitely good job with some recognizing the gap there. A lot of things that a lot of us drivers have some trouble with as well is managing the gap. We all think we got to win by like 20 laps when a tenth is a win still, right? So
yeah, absolutely. I've learned the hard way. Like if I would have run it as hard as I could, he'd have got me for sure. Like I had to just baby my stuff because I knew he'd be coming, and I'm like, oh man, it's nerve wracking because you look, and every time you look, he's just took a huge chunk out. I don't know where he was at the very beginning, but I think he was 10 or 11 seconds back. And tires is a big deal here, man. It's a huge fall off.
This is so my first real observation with this car at this track combination. I don't recognize Vegas as a big tire eater, but I think it kind of matches up to Atlanta, like Cameron said, where the tires really were not happy today.
Yeah, I didn't really do any long runs in practice, but I think my longest was 15 before the race there, and I already had the right front down to 60%.
Wow.
And I go, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna have to chill. I could see when the race started, the boys behind me were just absolutely trying to save, and I opened up a big gap, and I'm like, I think I can manage it, and it worked well. But I think they saw how much I pushed in the first one, and they didn't let me get away anymore. They said, we're gonna run it a little harder and keep you honest.
Little pressure never hurts there.
Yeah.
Next week we got a lot of pressure on, whether you're at front, middle, back, whether you're lapping cars. It's Bristol. How do you feel about that?
Oh, that'll be a blast. Short tracks are my thing. It's just so fun. I don't know. I haven't raced at Bristol in quite a while. Um, the line there changes every time I race there. It's like one time you got to run top, middle, bottom, and it's all over the place depending on the car. And I haven't driven this car there, so I'll have to practice during the week and see what feels good. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Bristol's awesome though. It's so fast and stuff happens really quick. So a lot of it's being smart and not getting yourself caught in a wreck.
Little luck never hurts anybody, right?
Heck yeah. Yeah, well, if they wad up in front of you, you got nowhere to go. So you gotta have your eyes open and be ready.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited. I'm sure everybody watching and who's gonna watch is excited to see Bristol. It's one of the more famous tracks just for all the action that happens. So we'll see how you do next week. Give us some shout outs.
Shoot, I gotta thank the guys I'm racing with. That was so much fun. They're so fast and everybody's really clean and respectful, and it's just a great group of guys. Thanks to the Chop Shop for putting on all these races, and thank you for the broadcast. My family will watch it back. I'll go watch it back tonight, and I just love it. It's an absolute blast. So thank you guys very much for what you do.
Absolutely, and we appreciate you being here. I appreciate the kind words. I'm having a ton of fun calling these races, and you guys make it easy for me because they're so exciting. Whether they're spread out, you guys are sliding through corners. There's all kinds of action going on. So I'm excited for Bristol. We'll catch you there next week.
Awesome. Thank you guys. I'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Andrew Phipps taking away the win, sweeping the race. Give him the broom because that's back-to-back. We'll see if he can go for a three-peat next week. As we're going to take a look at the race results. Here for that's the race results. That's not the race results. That's the race results. As Andrew Phipps, as we mentioned, back-to-back. We'll see if he can go back-to-back. Then we're going to have to, we'll get John to send him a broom trophy or something. That would be funny. Dario second, Biggert third, top three for those guys. Crowdover, good bounce back after that really pit road mishap really affected him. Not as bad as I thought he was. I thought he was going to be relegated to the middle of the top 10. But good bounce back. Perry Roberts trying to stay out with Rayburn. Maybe hoping for a caution there that didn't come. Those guys still a good finish. Mark Culver. Jerry, as Sherry, you mentioned Jerry at the broom, right? Jerry, no quit there. Ninth place got a spot over Caffrey and Stryker, who finished 10th and 11. Balsamo, Philip Caffrey, and Parsons. These guys wrecked out effectively in the first corner. Caffrey and Parsons, as well as Jerry there. Jerry just stuck on the racetrack, just toughed it out. That's one of the hardest things to do as racers. I'm guilty of quitting early because it sucks to run around 50 laps down, going 102 miles an hour while everybody's blowing your doors off. So props to Jerry for racing a wrecked race car, going really slow. And I know it sucks. So big props to him for keeping his head down. Like you said, Sherry, team no quit over there. Time to put on the race car, team no quit. Culver just doing a phenomenal job there. Top 10 for him. And there's your race results. We'll call it for the end here. That's it for me here. I'm starting to lose my voice as this race is it's been pretty exciting. We'll see you guys next week for Bristol. Check out Jason on Monday for some dirt action, slinging some mud there on Signature Esports over YouTube. I think he's on Kick now and Facebook. I don't know if he's back on Twitch. But check him out there, Signature Esports on Mondays. So you got the Core Network guys on Wednesdays doing broadcasting the GT3 action for Chop Shop. And then it's me back at it again here on Chop Shop TV on YouTube for the Next Gen series. And they're at Texas this week. Texas, my home racetrack. My home racetrack is Texas first, and then effectively Phoenix. I'm actually closer to Phoenix from El Paso than Texas Motor Speedway. It's pretty funny. And Arizona is like 2 states away. That's how big Texas is. That's crazy. So Texas next this week, this coming Friday, and then back at it again with the Gen 4 on Sundays at Bristol. So that's your schedule for this coming week. Stick around, and we'll see you next time.